I want to share a cool pendulum story that just happened. I've talked about using a pendulum in other videos. Here's mine. Let me switch hands here so you can see it. So now this is true, and this just happened. So my sister told me that she had this diamond cross that she loved, and she couldn't find it. And she looked everywhere for it, everywhere in the house. And I thought, I had my pendulum. I was staying over their house for the weekend, and I brought my tarot cards and I brought my pendulum. And when I was at the house and she said it again, the first thought I thought was her hamper. Like I had this like hit that it fell in her hamper, and she said she took it off before she took a shower in her bathroom. There was no way that, and then she went out that day, and I think she got a spray tan or something. So there was no way she called. She didn't leave it there. She's like, that was in her bathroom, which is not where her hamper was. So before I was about to leave to go home, to come back home, I pulled out the pendulum and I went in her bedroom, and I was going around and I kept getting no, 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 no. And I went in her bathroom where her jewelry was, by the sink, everywhere, no, no. And then she has a pretty nice sized walk-in closet. So I'm going through her closet. I'm getting no, no, no. And then I go to the area of where the hamper was, and I'm getting yes. Yes. And all her purses are there too. And I'm like, have you checked every bag? She's like, there wouldn't be in there. I'm like, laundry. So checking. And I kept getting a yes. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say. I keep getting a yes over here. She pulled clothes out. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. So I'm like, I don't know what to say. All I can tell you is it was in this area. That's all I can say, because I keep getting, and it wasn't like a little yes. It was like a big yes compared to big no's everywhere else. So she texted me yesterday. She said, I found it. And she asked her cards. So she does these cards also, and her cards told her, you will find a lost object. So every time she loses something and she does those cards and that comes up, she knows that she's going to find it, because we didn't think anybody stole it. There's nobody that's going to steal it. So it had to be lost somewhere. So she texted me yesterday and said, I found it. And she's like, it wasn't in that hamper. It was in the hamper in the laundry room and at the bottom. But the thing is the hamper from her bedroom, those clothes were transferred over into the other one by the laundry room. So that is where it ended up. It ended up somehow getting wrapped in clothes, thrown in that hamper, and then it was transported to right outside where the washer and dryer was, which is where she ended up finding it. So I thought that was really, really cool and really interesting, because it was like a confirmation. And we were watching the Golden Globes, and of course I lost. I had like one right, two right, because that's not really, I don't really like know a lot about like a lot of the movies or whatever. And I said I should have used my pendulum because I had it. And she's like, use it for the Super Bowl and make a bet. I don't know anything about sports. So I'm like, maybe I should just for shits and giggles to see like if it's right. But it was so cool because I've heard people using it. That's the first time I've ever used it to find a lost object. And it actually pinpointed where it was lost. So maybe if I would have gone through the whole house, I left shortly after that and I came back to my house. But maybe if I had gone through the whole house, I would have pinpointed exactly where it was. But it was in her hamper. And what's so interesting, even before I used the pendulum, the first thing I heard was it's in her hamper in my head. So I got a psychic hit, and I didn't even tell her that part, which I thought was really, really cool. So all the stuff that I've been doing, I can see how it's just opening up my intuition, my psychic connection even more and more. And I had to share because I thought that was really fun. So if you use a pendulum and you use it a lot, I'd love to hear your experiences with it. Share in the comments, and I would love it if you would like and subscribe. All right. See you guys next time. Have a great one. Bye.